I don't want my leaders to be butt boys anymore. I'm done with all that. For a little while, I was like, oh, it's cool that we can accept the gays. Yeah, we accept the gays, and within 3 years, you give them an inch, they'll take 8 inches. They'll take the whole cock. And I would be okay with a gay representative as long as they were unbelievably good at politicking. To me, it's a negative. If you don't have a wife and children and you don't believe in God, you're already starting. You are not in a good, like, no one trusts you. You're not like looking towards the future. When you have kids, your policies have to affect, like human beings have love for their children. So when you have children, you're like, man, this policy in 30 years, my little boys are going to have to live in this world. Not old butt boy Booker. He's like, this policy will get me sucked off again and again and again. Short term suck offs. And then by the time anyone notices, I'm in New Zealand with 4 more butt boys. And then when I'm dead, I'm Audi 5000. I don't have a wife or children, but on my path. Good for you, Justin. Listen, politics aren't for everyone. I want someone who believes in good and evil, has a wife, and has children. I don't want women. They can. A woman can be president. I don't like the sound of a woman's voice. And they're easily manipulated by trinkets. So I want a dude with a wife and children who believes in God. They can be Hispanic or Asian. Kind of sick of the blacks these days, but if they're really smart and good. But yeah, that's it. That's what I want. I don't like the sound of women's voices, and leaders should be tall. The average woman's 5'3". That's several feet taller than Joe Rogan, but it matters. When you meet another leader, you want your leader to be over 6 foot. Always, always, always. William Wallace, over 6 foot. Most kings, over 6 foot. George Washington, 6'3". Yeah, huge. Used to throw barrels down hills at people. Fact. A 5'3" woman, when they meet a leader from another country, a country that isn't obsessed with feminism and they understand that size is strength, status, stature, they will look at that 5'3" woman and think, we're going to fucking kill you guys. If you're not at least 10 Rogans tall, listen, you can be vice president, secretary of state, Supreme Court. I hope the next one's that Catholic lady, Amy, whatever. Great. One of the most powerful people in the country. Great. But president? No. I want nothing to do with female presidents. Look at Theresa May when she tries to shake someone's hand. She's like 3 Rogans tall. It's disgusting. Most of this opinion isn't even based in sexism. It's based in heightism. Because, listen, if we got a 6-foot woman who gets it done, married, children, didn't sacrifice her parenting responsibilities as a mother, fine. That never happens. It's always a cunt who leaves their children for their own career. They're 5'5". They're obsessed with money and shiny things, and their voice sucks. Angela Merkel, oh, Mama Merkel. That's what the Muzzies call her, is Mother Merkel, sarcastically, because she never had kids, and she wants a lot of her own little brown babies. Sweden, they elect a woman within 10 years. It's one of their biggest problems is hand grenades and gang rape. Women make terrible leaders of nations. Terrible. 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 Oh, well, there's bad male leaders. Yeah, I know. It's a really hard job. Every woman ever that's been the head of a nation has been terrible. except for Margaret Thatcher, and there was probably one or two queens. But most of the queens ended up just like drinking the blood of young women, and it just got so bad. And one of them, everyone thinks is a dude. Either Queen Elizabeth or Queen Victoria, they think was a dude. Genghis Khan was a pretty good military leader, the best. Leaders crush and live. Nations with weak leaders always fail. Yeah, and women are always physically weaker. And the crop that we seem to get, like my mother would be a good leader. She has no interest because she's a mother. She made men that are great leaders. And she's more powerful than a lot of these leaders. She made a man who has a mustache and who is crushing giants and wizards. She made another man that rips down trees in the forest for money. That's power. These fake mothers that like go out with their high heel pantsuits dressed like Mao Zedong